Lights are down. Off at turn number 4, 20 laps the distance, and feature number 2 for your USRA B-Mods.
Harley Dice starting at the tail. Keep your eye on the 87H. Top 3 USRA national points at the tail end of this one. Taylor Osrud up in the points as well, as he's going to lead the way off turn number 2. Richards and Wheeler, they're going to try to work down low. Bobby Williams down there as well as we come to the line, and Osrud picks up lap number 1. Richards hanging on to the inside. Wheeler right there as well. Good battle between those two. Osrud slips a little bit, going to allow those two to check back up. A little bit of a gap as Bobby Williams leads the next group of cars. They're working 3 wide behind him. Clancy and Taylor right there.
Once again, back to the racetrack. You got a guy ripping the lip, got a guy clear in the bottom, and then someone through the center. All 3 cars in the top running a different line. And Tyler Osrud was quick in the heat race, ripping the lip, and continues to lead your leader on lap number 3.
Taylor Osrud goes up on that flat. Trenton was just talking about it. The 3A gathers it back up. I tell you what, that's as good as a save as you will see on the top side of turn 1 and 2. Richards, though, going to come on the bottom. Here comes the 7J as Taylor Osrud battles back at the line.
And a couple cars together to the bottom of turn number 4 will bring caution to the speedway.
Harley Dice in the 87H, and who else do we have down there? Trenton, you got a good shot of that one?
69 right there.
The old 69er, and that would be Tyler Cadwalder.
That was a 69 around unassisted.
Aha!
If anybody's looking for any help up top.
That was 69 around unassisted. Thank you, Trenton Berry, for that update.
Hey, Joe Duvall just texted me. He said, pass along a big high five from 91 to Colson Kirk right there. I knew that was going to be a big win. A lot of people around the country paying attention to that. That was cool.
Big Daddy tuning in. Saying hi to old Big Daddy. A good drop in there as he is watching from afar. Jake Richards, the race leader. Bobby Williams, Dan Wheeler going to double up behind him. 4 in the books of 20 here. 16 to go for the second feature. What we'll do after this one is we'll get Colson Kirk back into victory lane, and Trenton will have a chance to get a word with the first feature winner. We got to get this one put to bed first, though, as Richard's going to bring us back to the line. Caution lights are out. Green flag goes up. Back underway at the Diamond to Dirt tracks.
Jake Richards in the 7J will power it down to the bottom of the racetrack. Back to the race lead. 3-car battle side by side. Dan Wheeler on the bottom of the racetrack. Michael Taylor up in the mix. You got Taylor Osrud. Good battles all over the speedway. They're 2 by 2 again at the start-finish line.
Man, I tell you what, that 6 machine, Michael Taylor, can move that thing around this racetrack. Keep your eyes on the 6 in that 3rd spot as he battles with Dan Wheeler. Here comes Osrud, going to go upstairs with him. Dan Hovden charging through the middle as well. The 16 now down on the bottom, going to work up behind the 1 of Wheeler. Osrud going to work the outside there, but Hovden moving into the top 5. Of course, no stranger to victory lane or national championships in the Hovden family, and Dan Hovden looking good tonight.
Jake Richards out of Lansing, Kansas, out on top, showing the way. Richards grabbed the lead, I believe, on lap number 3. It does not look back, and the bottom looks to be coming in and pretty strong right now. Everybody in the top 4 along the bottom side. Dan Hovden, the only one in the top 5 that's at the top at car number 16, and more like running the middle groove than clear to the top side of the racetrack. Osborne, or the 3-car, is clear to the top. He'd be the only one. Osrud in car number 3. He is running back in the number 7 spot now.
Here comes Hovden, the 16, knocking on the door. Michael Taylor, the 3rd. Wheeler down on the bottom, but Hovden going to try to come through the middle and do the crossover to get by the 6. Good race to the line, but Taylor holds on to it. Now Hovden back upstairs, working around 1 and 2. See if he can clear Taylor here. That 4 spot, working on 3rd for the 16. Now they're going to dip down to the bottom. Hovden not enough that time. Halfway home this time for Jake Richards. Crossed flags from Bergeson at the flag stand. Wheeler, I'm telling you what, these guys are down there. Mitchell Franklin works by
That's a
Wheeler.
great shot.
Yeah, with Hovden upstairs.
Love that angle, seeing those cars come off.
Cordell and
Sweep in the
Josh,
turn.
I tell you what, they're veterans on these shots. Those two guys doing a great job.
Looks like the 16 of Hovden, not quite as strong an exit at turn 4 as he is coming off at turn number 2. And the one car, Bobby Williams, kind of a sleeper right now. He is trying slowly but surely trying to catch your race leader, Jake Richards. Last time it was a 1.248. This time he extends it to a 1.283. So Jake Richards, 41 nights behind the wheel, 4 feature wins in 2024. Jake Richards also with 23 top 5s. Will lead him down to lucky 13, 7 laps to go.
Oh no, Taylor gets a tap on the rear end from Hovden in the 16. And Michael Taylor III gonna point down there. Trenton, you're standing in the right spot because all the action seems to be happening in 3 and 4.
Yeah, and that one materialized, but it kind of materialized slow. Taylor's got a flat left rear, so he'll have to be off the speedway.
So a flat left rear for the 6T. And see how this one boils down.
Pair of J2s up front. Jake Richards went through J2's first dealer there with John Sheets. So that one was purchased through Sheets. And Bobby Williams right there in the 1B, former track champion here at Lucas Oil Speedway in a J2 as well. So
J2 race cars up front of this second feature. Here's your FK Rod Ends replay. Richards on the bottom. Bobby Williams runs right there as well. And then you could see the very end of that, Hovden and Taylor get together, and Hovden getting shown to the back of the pack here. The 16 gets the bad dog, no biscuit.
The benefit goes to Franklin. Would have lost about 5 or 6 positions there at the start-finish line because he got caught up in the melee. He'll be back in 3rd on the restart.
Mitchell won on our USMTS night here in the B mod, so it was cool to see him get that win. He hadn't raced nearly as much this year as he wanted to, so it was cool to see Mitchell win that night when we had all the USMTS cars here.
Good looking race car, the Kenny Carroll Excavating F1 machine. A good shot there as the camera crew. Ronnie, you're doing a good job on the camera as well, buddy, as always.
I should shout out about Franklin as well. They build their own race cars too, so that's a Franklin chassis, he and his dad. So
we have been able to watch
Trenton's
him.
a wealth of knowledge.
Well, he is. He certainly is. Well, to be blatantly honest, race fans, Berg and I got to town a little bit late today. We have to work our way down to the speedway, so we didn't have a whole lot of time to go visit with drivers. That's on the docket for the next couple days, but we'll get
Having
to
a
it.
resource like Trenton certainly helps.
Yes.
all I ever get to talk about are these USMTS cars. You know, every weekend we've done a little more with the Heartland Tour this year, which has certainly been a ton of fun. But I'm telling you guys, if it's USRA racing, I'm into it. And
well,
these B mods have got a lot of talent.
Oh my goodness, yeah. And you mentioned good equipment and not a lot of junk on the racetrack. Again, that's a lot of good equipment out there.
all right, here we go back underway. 13 down of 20.
Mitchell Franklin, the F1 car, going to power along the top of the racetrack. The F1 car now into the number 2 spot. Bobby Williams 3rd. The 94 car coming to life here. JT Carroll was 7th on the restart. Now racing for 3rd, so a huge momentum burst on the restart for car number 94. And look at this, Brian, the racetrack coming to life. Mitchell Franklin powering it up 1 lane above Richards. You got Bobby Williams, the 94 car of JT Carroll.
I'm telling you
what. Here comes the 57 as well, Chad Clancy. This one's far from settled. 5 to go. A race for the lead at the start-finish line.
Franklin has it at the line that time by Richards. Going to tuck back into that 2nd spot. JT Carroll, the 94. Those 2 cars falling back. That's JT Carroll and Bobby Williams. Keep your eyes up front, though. 5 to go. Going to be Mitchell Franklin to the line to make it 4 to go, with Richards trying to run him back down.
The goal here is to keep the tires hooked up. And look at Franklin, 1 lane off the rubber there, off through the center of the racetrack. keeping the tires hooked up, takes off another 2 or 3 car lengths on the back straightaway. So Franklin, that race car getting better, driver getting better. 3 laps to go. Franklin starting to set sail on the field.
Bobby Williams, I tell you, that is a sweet-looking ride as well, that big old 1B on the side of it. He's got his hands full, though. Not time to think about that pretty-looking body as JT Carroll challenging on the inside.
2 laps to go this time around for your race leader. You're watching home. Good battles deep in the field. Look at that, on screen and on track. Got a car around deep in the field.
Randy Smith Jr. slides it around, and green flag going to stay out. Gentleman Racer pulls her down to the infield, and here comes Mitchell Franklin. White flag going to go to the sky. 1 lap to go for the F1. The Camdenton, Missouri driver looking to put a bow on this one, and he is pulling away down the back chute for the final time. The Kenny Carroll Excavating F1 chassis off of turn number 4. Double checkers in the air. Give it up for Mitchell Franklin.
At the line will be Jake Richards, 3rd. A sprint to the start-finish line. I believe that went to Bobby Williams. JT Carroll, 4th. Chad Clancy, 5th. And picking up the win, Trenton, you mentioned it. I looked it up on my race pass. If it's accurate, only 11 nights behind the wheel of the F1. That was his 2nd feature win of 2024. So Mitchell Franklin picks up the 2nd feature of the night for your B-Mods.